Hi, did you see how OpenAI and Microsoft just had a document leaked that actually defined AGI? It's quite interesting to see how they chose to define AGI. It was part of the contract because it means that some of the obligations that OpenAI have to Microsoft, they fall away after AGI has been reached. So of course, in a contract like this, you cannot have some fluffy definition of AGI, which we normally hear. So in the contract, it actually stated that once OpenAI, they have profits of $100 billion, they will define it as AGI has been reached. So this definition is, of course, very different from what we normally hear. We hear something like AGI is reached when AI can perform almost all tasks better than humans. So again, here it's still kind of a fluffy definition because what does it mean almost all tasks, and does it mean some humans that it has to perform better than all humans? So I think there'll be an AGI definition discussion for many years. But what I found interesting about this definition is that we can try to calculate how many years it is out in the future that OpenAI will actually reach profits of $100 billion. So it's not well defined whether the $100 billion needs to be profits for 1 year or whether it's accumulated over the years. I'm interpreting it so that it's accumulated over the years. But it will still take quite some time because at the moment, OpenAI has a revenue of about $13 billion for 2024. That is what is estimated. And in order to have profits around $100 billion, you would need revenues for well above $400 billion in a year. So you can say that they will need to double their revenues many times, maybe about 30 times before they in 1 year could have profits of around $100 billion. So when could this happen? We can see some calculations here where we can compare the profits from big players like Microsoft, Google, and Meta. And we can see that even, for example, Google or Microsoft do not have profits of 100 billion. So for OpenAI to reach profits of 100 billion, say over a period of 3 to 4 years, they have to have a revenue of 250 billion plus, at least for 4 years. And I think this could happen realistically in maybe 5 to 8 years, depending on how quickly OpenAI grow and how much competition they will experience from, for example, Google. And also, it will be critical to invent other products than just like ChatGPT and the likes, because if we look at how many ChatGPT plus packages they need to sell, then they will need to sell several billion to reach these levels, and that will not happen. There are simply not 1 or 2 billion people in the world who would be able to buy a plus package. So it has to come from companies. It has to come from some very big ticket products where they can increase their revenues. So I think definitely by this AGI definition, we are at least 5 years into the future, maybe quite a lot more.